Hey, I'm Jamie.
And I'm Blake.
And we're blaming.
I guess so.
We are talking today about some books that kind of let us down. Something we were excited to read that just didn't live up to its expectations.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that happens. And a lot of times it's books where you have such high expectations that tend to let you down the most.
It's true.
So we're going to go through, I believe, 3 each of some of the books that have let us down the most. These are, some are recent, some are a little farther away, but they're just books that we're not particularly thrilled with the experience afterwards. It's not that they were bad books. It's just I think the expectations versus what we got changed things quite immensely.
Totally.
So I'm going to start. Oh, you start. Ladies first.
Well, if I have to, they're in backwards order. The Cruel Prince. I put all 3 in here also. They don't count as my 3.
They all let you down?
Yeah. I kept waiting for to see what everyone was talking about. Never happened for me. I was really excited to read this for years, and it took me a long time to finally get around to them, and I'm really disappointed. They tried too hard. I don't know what they did. It just fell really flat.
Interesting.
I don't care about any of those characters.
Well, would you ever read anything in that world still?
Mm-mm.
No. Interesting. No. That falls pretty flat.
Holly
there.
Black. I haven't given up on Holly Black. I'll probably read something of hers, but probably not anything else in this world.
No. Well, so mine is Stephen Erickson's Garden of the Moon. So this is the book 1 of the Malazan Book of the Fallen series. I had really, 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 really high hopes for this book. And it was okay. Maybe okay to good. But it wasn't amazing, right? And so this is the first of a 10-book series. I was really excited to get into some large epic fantasy that I liked. I found it kind of boring at times, for lack of a better word. It wasn't bad, but it fell short of my expectations. And so maybe if I come on with lower expectations, I had it kind of on that Stormlight Archive, Will of Time, Elderling Saga kind of pedestal and expected it to be there, and it just wasn't to start. Now I'm going to finish the series at some point.
Really?
But it's going to take me a while before I get to book 2. There's such a fandom out there that it makes me think that it probably improves. And it's worth a try to keep going.
So
you're right, but I hope I don't get through all 10 books and feel unsatisfied the whole time. But granted, maybe I have low expectations now, so book 2 will be excellent.
Good point.
Who knows?
It's all about those expectations.
It's really, really true.
Okay, so this one, I don't know that I'll ever get rid of because it's really fun.
Here's my question.
Yeah.
Did you actually have high expectations for this book, or did you love the cover?
Both. Because I loved the cover, but then my friend from work was like, I read those in both of them in one weekend. She loved them. She's a fast reader, but she loved them. And I didn't love them. She just isn't my favorite character. No one around her is my favorite character. She's not surrounded by any, no one in there was great. The ending did not seem like it was realistic. Knowing the characters in just 2 books, I would have guessed a total different outcome. The romance fell really, really short.
Let's be honest, that's really what it's all about.
It was bad. Their first kiss was underwater. They'd been underwater for 45 seconds. And then they decided to kiss.
That's hot.
No, it's not cute.
There you go.
And of course, the guy she liked, I didn't like him. I also thought he was 50 for half of the book, so maybe that's on me.
Both guys. Okay.
Yep. Nope. Just did not like that one. In fact, I actually saw someone at a bookstore looking at it. No, maybe I don't know what she knew I had read it somehow. And she's like, do you recommend it? And I said, no.
Wow, that's harsh.
But the cover's cute.
Yeah, whoever the cover artist is earning their money there. So, speaking of books that I loved, so Ready Player One is one of my favorite books ever.
Books that you loved.
Yes, because you're right. I've actually bought multiple copies of this and given it away to people. Why am I holding this? Because I read Ready Player 2. I don't even own it. That's how bad it was in an experience for it. It wasn't that it was the worst book I've ever read. It's that it was probably the best work of fan fiction that I've ever read. If that makes any sense, right? It really feels that way. Somebody said, hey, I described it this way to somebody. It was the B-roll of things that got cut from Ready Player 1 that ended up making it in Ready Player 2.
That's funny.
And it was entertaining for me. And there were parts that I enjoyed, but compared to literally what I say is my favorite book ever, it fell way short of expectations, and was deeply disappointed. And it was kind of sad because I read Ernest Cline's Armada this year and really enjoyed that one.
Weird.
So it just was just a bummer all the way around.
Sad. He told me not to read it, and
Yeah.
I never plan on reading it.
It's just excellent fan fiction.
But read the first one. It's great.
Yes, Ready Player One. Winner.
Alrighty, my third is this big guy.
Wow.
Court of Silver Flames. So it's the fourth book in the Court of Thorns and Roses, and it's Nesta's story. So it's Feyre's sister, the main character's sister.
Okay.
It's her story, and I do not like Nesta. I never did like Nesta.
Mm-hmm.
There was one point in here, I don't know where it was at, that I was like, okay, this could work. She's kind of like redeeming herself, and she's going to work through her problems and like evolve as a character.
Mm-hmm.
It was a really good scene, actually, but that didn't take off. That didn't go anywhere. There's a lot of sex, lots, way too much, but I think my biggest complaint is it's like they're just like fighting, bickering for like 3 weeks straight, nothing happens, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh yeah, we're looking for this thing, and then like 30 minutes later, literally, they have that thing, and then like 4 more weeks happen and nothing happens, and then like, oh yeah, we need to finish this quest, and then like a day later they have that next item. Like,
so the kids just gotta focus. Apparently everybody in this universe is ADD, so if they just were to focus,
yeah,
a little bit of Adderall would get the quest over in 2 minutes.
That's funny. Yeah, just the character. Not sure that I love her. I don't know that she deserved an entire book.
Oh, interesting. All right, so my last one is sad for me, but it is Calamity.
Is that the third?
This is the third book of the Reckoner series, and I love the Reckoner series by Brandon Sanderson. I love most things Brandon Sanderson writes, and this is not a bad book by any means. It's just the expectations were really high, and the ending was just meh, I think is the best way I would describe it. And so really hard it's hard to land a series well. I've seen Sanderson do it before, and so I had high expectations. But this one, it doesn't crash and burn, but it definitely was a bit of a bumpy landing and not quite something that I completely would remember all the time as being an awesome experience. It was just a letdown. Right, that's kind of the point of these. Definitely a letdown from what I expected, and really was hoping for something a little bit better.
Sad. I read that book when I was in labor. I remember crying, but I also remember not being super satisfied with the ending.
Yeah.
Sad.
So it is. Well, let us know what books may have let you down in the comments. Do you disagree with any of these, or have any of these been amazing for you?
Yeah, please tell us.
I'd really be curious. Also, let us know if there's other books that have been a letdown for you, so you can lower our expectations, and we'll have a better experience reading them.
I would love just an overall, like, lower all my expectations. I think my life would be much better.
Yeah, if you lowered all your expectations with life, your life would be awesome.
Yeah.
Just expect good things. It'll happen. Speaking of good things, you should like and subscribe and check out our other videos, because they're great.
That was a good segue.
Thank you.
Yeah, do it. Click the bell.
Do it. And we'll talk to you later.
See you, bye.
Bye.